Hi kids, this is Norm again. I'm going to tell you the story of how I learned to ride a motorcycle and a valuable lesson that I learned in the process. You see, way back in 1998, my dad passed away and I received a modest inheritance. Wasn't anything huge, um, but I didn't have a financial advisor to help me figure out what to do with it. I just knew that I wanted to be wise with it, and I thought, well, I'm going to do something practical. I'm going to find some way that's going to help me save money in the long run. And I've had this brilliant idea. I'm going to buy a motorcycle because it's going to save me a lot of money in cash. Unfortunately, I discovered fairly quickly that motorcycles cost a lot of money in terms of maintenance, gear, accessories, all of which wipe out any possible savings almost immediately. Now, I'm not telling you not to buy a motorcycle. You just have to understand what they are. You see, they're very expensive toys. They're not practical. They're not going to save you any money. But you will look cool. At least I thought I looked pretty cool. But that motorcycle, it taught me something that sticks with me even today. You see, driving or riding a motorcycle is not like driving a car. When you drive a car, you're using the steering wheel. When you ride a bicycle, you're pushing the handlebars. But when you are riding a motorcycle, the bike goes where your head goes. It goes where you're looking. If you're making a perfect lean to the left, but you're watching the curb coming toward you, guess what? You're going to hit the curb. And I'm talking from experience. And it was at that moment, despite the pain of embarrassment of having dropped my motorcycle in front of my wife and also having a pretty bad contusion on my leg, that I had this moment of clarity. Isn't that the most perfect example of how we should live our lives? You see, like I said, when you're riding a motorcycle, the bike goes where your head goes. If you look at the curb, you'll drift right into it. And life works the same way. If you want to get from point A to point B, you have to stay focused on the path and on the direction that you want to go. But a distracted mind creates a distracted life. If you allow yourself to turn your head toward matters or things that do not help you get where you want to go, the result is that you're going to hit the proverbial curb. So I want to leave you with a couple of quotes that I've picked up over the years. The first is from the philosopher Seneca, and he wrote in his Letters to a Stoic, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." And those words really hit home here. You see, if your attention is scattered, you won't move in the direction that you want to go. You won't move with purpose. Instead, you'll just react to whatever is in front of you rather than moving toward your goal. The other quote is from the author James Allen in As a Man Thinketh. He said, "You are today where your thoughts have brought you, and you will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." And that's one of the truest things I've ever heard. Where you place your mind is where your life eventually goes. So, Stay focused on the path, but stay safe and be cool. Love you guys.